Ready to level up your future? Every Saturday, PDTV brings you maths class on PDTV YouTube channel, the place where knowledge meets opportunity.
High schoolers, level up your brain. PDTV maths sessions every Saturday. Algebra, fractions, equations, functions, all made simple, all made fun. So you all jump on the bus, let's go to where your future is bright. Matter what we say, matter what we need. No game, no gimmicks, just knowledge we are defend. PDTV maths every Saturday.
All right. I think we should be set right now. So in the meantime, we're going to give some people some time to join while I scan through how things are here on Google Meet. So let me connect my second microphone. All right, guys. So people on the YouTube stream chat, please remember that the emojis and the different keywords that I ask you guys to type, that's how I know if you guys are engaged in the lesson. All right, so let me check how things are on YouTube. So YouTube people, let me know if my audio and everything else is okay. So if my audio is good, let me know. All right. All right, the person who is saying that they are late, you're actually very early for the class. Perfect, audio is good. Thank you, Evans. And the link for the Google Meet should be sent in the YouTube stream chat so that you guys can have a more direct communication medium with me. And remember, if you enter the Google Meet space, it's a space where you guys are given the opportunity to have a more direct conversation with Mr. Thompson. Right, I'm gonna let them send it in the group. All right, guys, so please look out for the link. I reminded them to send it in the group again. All right, so what I'll be doing today is I'm going to cover a minimum of 5 of the topics that we went through on the laws of indices, because this is the class where we complete and finish up laws of indices, guys. So next class, it's a different topic. So we're just gonna use today's class to do a little bit of refresher, a little bit of recap, so that you guys can know what we covered, and also to help you have a general understanding of the formulas in terms of the laws of indices. All right. So YouTube space so far, we have 26 people. Please remember to send the link to your families and friends so that we can cover a wider range of people. All right. So just give it a second, guys. The link will be sent in the chat. So in the meantime, let me expand my screen. And guys, remember, for the persons who want tutoring, high school math tutoring, please, you can reach me on my TikTok account and Instagram. I'll also provide the handles for you guys again here, so you can send me a message. Let me check on the link for you guys again. I'll probably do it myself. All right, so I'm trying to see if I can put it here myself for you guys. All right, so they're working on it. So in the meantime, I'm not able to copy and paste it. I don't know why. Probably because it's not my channel or something. But just give it a minute or two. But in the meantime, what I have here on screen are the first 3 laws of indices. All right. So today you guys are going to do most of the work, because I've been teaching a whole bunch of stuff in the previous weeks. So today you guys are going to use all those math books that I asked you guys to put in place. All right. So let's say, for example, the first law that is here, guys. Remember, this is kind of a recap class to put everything together that we learned. And I'm going to ask you guys to attempt these questions first. So on screen, we have the multiplication rule. All right. Just as a recap, the A is the base and the M and the N are the powers. So what's going to be my answer for number 1? So we're looking at x cubed multiplied by x to the 4th power. Today is kind of an assessment type class, so you guys are going to be doing most of the calculations. All right, guys, so x cubed multiplied by x to the 4th. I'm seeing somebody, they said 12. All right, so the multiply the 3 and the 4. Anybody else before I make any comment? So the powers, when you multiply the, but check the rule for a second, guys. Did we actually multiply the powers in the rule? All right, so I'm seeing somebody, they say no, x to the 7. All right, guys, remember that these numbers at the top, those are added. If you look at the rule up here, the M and the N, we add them right here. So if you look at the question, we're going to keep the x the same. Always remember to keep the x the same and add the powers. So 3 plus 4. So that gives us x to the 7th power. All right, guys. So remember, we're moving through these questions now. We are going to send in your answer, and then I comment and put the answer on the board. So the person who is saying x to the 12, remember, we do not multiply the 4 and the 3. We add the 4 and the 3. It's not a multiplication. We add the 4 and the 3. That's how we got the 7. So it is not 3 times 4. It is 3 plus 4. Okay, Patricia? All right. So let's go now, guys. What's your answer for number 2? Let's go. So we're practicing getting the math out. So let's go for number 2. Let's go, guys. Number 2 on the go. Number 2 on the go. All right. So somebody said 49 to the power of 2. How we got that 49? All right. Then the person said 4 to the power of 7. Guys, remember, if the bases are the same, in this case, we have, let me remind you of something, guys. If the bases are the same, because right here we have 2 to the 5th and 2 to the 2nd. So those bases are the same. So therefore, we are going to keep the 2, because 2 and 2 are the bases involved, and those are similar bases. All right. And then we add the powers. So the powers are 5 and 2. All right. So this is equal to 2 to the 7th power. All right, guys. So please look at number 3 and organize your answer. So we're looking on 7 to the 0 multiplied by 7 to the 2. And guys, by this point, you should actually get the gist of this already. All right, so we started out at the most basic. So we started out with the most basic. So let me check. Somebody says, let's check number 3. So somebody gave a correction. Somebody says 7 to the 2nd power. So the bases are the same. Remember, guys, pay attention to the bases. So we have 7 and 7. So that 7 will be brought across. And then the powers are 0 and 1 and 2. So 0 plus 2. So that will give us the 7 to the 2nd power, or 7 square. 7 to the third power, it's 7 squared. So normally, whenever we have the answer in terms of x, let's say, for example, x to the 7, we can leave it as this. But whenever we have like a numeric form, like 7 to the second power, we can expand this to be 7 times 7, which is going to give us 49. All right, guys, so the link was pinned in the chat. So if you want to join the Google Meet space, please click the link and I'll add you as promptly as possible. All right, so let me check to see if we have anyone join in. All right, guys, so let's work on number 4. Let me see. Admit 4. Admit all. All right, so I just added 4 people to the Google Meet space. Google Meet people, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Right. Sorry. Yeah.
Let's do this again. Google Meet space, how are you?
Good.
Perfect. So, that's good, that's good. So we are looking on number 4. And we are on the product law of indices. Remember that, guys, we're running through the indices today because the next class, we're going to be touching a brand new, fresh topic. But laws of indices have multiple topics in it, so that's why we've been on this a little bit. It have like 6 subtopics within the umbrella topic. But we're pushing through, guys. I'm going to ensure that you guys get as much experience as possible to the most important concepts in math. So let's check on our number 5. Sorry, that's number 4. What's happening for number 4? All right, can you enlarge the screen? Let me see. Let's see. Ramsey, is that any better? Please let me know. Let's go, guys, for number 5. Guys, we're still on this common base. By the time we finish, you don't supposed to finish. You don't supposed to forget this topic. That's why I'm rinsing and repeating. So let's go for number 4. 5 cubed multiplied by 5x. The concept is still the same, guys. We still add the powers. If they can be added, we add them. But if not, we leave it. So 5 cubed multiplied by 5 to the x power. Let's go, guys. Google Meet, what's going on? On number 5. So number 5, the bases are common. What do we do if the bases are common? So we have 5 and 5 as the common base. What do we do if the base is common?
You put back 5.
All right, thank you. Yes, we're going to put back the 5, guys. So that's so good. 5, because it's a common base. If we had 5 to the third power, times 2 to the x power, we wouldn't have applied the product law. All right? But because the bases are the same, that's why we apply the law. So now this is going to give us 5 to the third plus x. But in this case, guys, can we add the 3 and the x? If you guys remember, in a few classes ago, we were looking on simplifying algebraic expressions where we touched on like terms and unlike terms. Are 3 and x like terms?
No.
Okay, thank you. So if they are not like terms, what do we do? So if they are unlike terms, what do we do? Come on, guys. If they are, can we?
You subtract it.
Remember, we're looking at addition. So somebody says, leave it as is. So if the terms are unlike terms, we leave it as it is. So we're just gonna leave the 3 plus the x, and that's the answer. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys finish up 5 and 6. Let's go 5 and 6. You don't need more than 1 minute to complete 5 and 6. So you guys give me the answer for 5 and 6. Guys, remember the emojis in the YouTube stream chat. That's how I know that you guys are getting what's happening. So if you're getting what's going on here, guys, let's see the word learning in the YouTube stream space, please and thanks. So if you're learning, let me see the word learning. Google Meet, if you're learning, text in the Google Meet message and say learning. All right, guys, so let's go. In the meantime, we're looking on number 5. W to the 4th times W to the 8th. Google Meet, what's number 5's answer?
Sir, W, you put down W, and after that, you're gonna put above W 4 plus 8.
All right, let's check that.
Equals 12.
Yeah, my pen acting up right now. Give me a second. All right, so that's W to the 12. My pen decided to start acting up. Give me a second. I work on number 6 as well in the meantime. Keep.
Sir, what's that for number 6? I can't see it.
All right, I'm gonna check it out for you. Number 6. Oh, that's 24. So we got the answer for number 5 already. And that was...
Can I say the answer for number 6?
That was W to the 12. Right, so what we got for number 6? Guys, remember this is recap, same procedure. What do we have for number 6? What's the answer? So that's x to the 24.
X.
X.
24 plus 20. 64. That will equal to 44.
Okay. So that's 44. So guys, that is... All right, so if something is happening beside your house, please go in a space that is as quiet as possible. if there's an event beside your house. So I can't really do anything about that. All right, x to the 44, guys. Remember, this is just assessment to move out of the topic of laws of indices. So now we have law number 2 on the board. And just as how we looked at the previous examples, you guys are going to solve the question first. Then I will analyze your answer and provide clarity where necessary. So today, you guys doing the work today. The Mr. Thompson assist. So let's look at the first one. So let's run through the law, by the way. So the quotient law states it's the same procedure, guys. So if the bases are the same, and in this case we are dividing, bases are the same. So the base is A, and the powers are M and N. All right. So in this case, we're going to keep the A and subtract the powers. I'm going to do the first example for you guys. So in this case where we have x to the 7th divided by x to the 3rd, we're simply just subtracting these two numbers. So where we had x to the 7th, x to the 3rd, if you want, you can rewrite it as this, but you don't have to. You don't have to rewrite it like this, guys, but you can if you want to. All right, this is equal to x to the 7 minus 3. So this is equal to x to the 4.
Oh, that looks hard, sir.
What's that?
That looks quite challenging.
Nope. I gotta do it again. Show you. What you doing? All right. How much you wanna bet that you're gonna get it this time? You think you're gonna get it this time?
100.
You better make sure you have Western Union on speed dial. All right. How much you wanna bet that you're gonna get it this time? You wanna bet? Do you have any confidence in Mr. Thompson that you're gonna get it this time?
Maybe.
You don't sound like you have much confidence in your teacher. All right. So we're looking on x to the 7 and x cubed, right? We have the same base. So x and x. X to the 7, this line means division. So I just rewrite x to the 7 like this. X to the 7 divided by x cubed. Because this line right here also means division, right? So x to the 7 divided by x cubed. Do you understand how I transferred the original problem to this? Let me know.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Equal. So now, since the bases are the same, x and x, we're going to keep the x the same, like this. And when we're finished with the x, we're going to look at the powers, the 7 and the 3. And we're going to subtract the powers. 7 minus 3 gives us 4. And that's the answer. Get it now?
Yes, sir. I guess I have to give you your $100 tomorrow, I
You
guess.
better send me $100 come. Oh, US or pound?
Jamaican.
No, so that only a little bit. All right. I'm going to test if you understand now. So give me an example that is similar to number 1. Come, give me an example that is similar to number 1. So I had x to the 7 divided by x to the 3. Give me an example that's similar to number 1. Let's go. similar. It needs to have a variable. For example, a x or a y. Give me one that is
Okay.
similar.
Y.
Y.
Divided by.
What's the power?
Okay, the power is gonna be 4.
4. Right. Y to the 4 divided by what?
By y again, that would be 8.
Y to the 8. All right. Equal. What is this equal to?
Y powered by 4 divided
Y to the
by
4
y
divided by y.
8.
To the 8. Okay. Let's go.
Y
Yep.
take away 4 by 8.
All right. So what's 4? What's 4 minus 8? Remember, you're the one who gave me this expression. So what's
4.
4 minus 8? All right. So
4,
we're
sir.
looking on 8 minus 4 versus 4 minus 8. What is 8 minus 4?
4.
4. So what is 4 minus 8?
Also 4. Well,
What's 4 minus 8?
negative 4. 4 can't take away 8, sir.
All
So
right.
we're gonna add
So somebody says negative 4. So guess what? The
yeah.
8 minus 4 gives us a 4. And the 4 minus 8 gives us a negative 4, which means that y to the negative 4 power. But I'm glad that you gave me this problem, because what this does, it gave us a touch of what is in one of the topics ahead. So this now translates to the negative exponent law. So y to the negative 4 is our answer. So I'm going to save this y to the negative 4 until I reach the negative exponent and expand on your answer. So you have clearly demonstrated that you understand what the problem is about and how to solve it. But remember, you still owe me the $100 and me are collecting a US. All right. Let's run through, please, now, guys.
Question.
What's that?
I have a question.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
You know how it's y to the negative 4, yeah?
All right. Let me turn up my sound a little bit. Please repeat that.
So, you know how the answer you just did was y to the negative 4?
Right.
If you subtracted it by y to the negative 3, would it be the same like method? Like, would it be still like y to the negative 1?
All right. So you're saying, what if the answer was, all right, give me an example of the one that you're talking. So give me an example of a problem. Want to give me an example?
Yeah.
Let me write it.
Y to the negative 8.
Y to the negative 8. That's it?
No, over
Yep.
y to the negative 6.
Y to the negative 6.
Yeah.
All right. So you're asking if it's the same method.
Yeah.
Perfect question. It's actually the same method. Right?
Oh.
Right. So now we're going to have y to the negative 8 divided by y to the negative 6. Right? So now this is going to be equal to y to the negative 8 minus, you saw how that minus came in? Minus 6. I'm going to explain this to you. And it's based on the problem that you gave.
Yeah.
So remember that this negative 8 is from your problem, right?
Yeah.
And this negative 6 is from your problem,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And remember, the formula also has a subtraction in it, right here.
Oh.
So that subtraction right there.
Yeah.
So that subtraction in the middle is this subtraction right here. So let's look at this now. So this is now equal to y negative 8. But guess what? We have two subtraction signs next to each other in the middle. Look at these two subtraction signs right here. Whenever there are two subtraction signs facing each other, it will change to a plus sign. Plus.
Oh.
You see that?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have our 6.
I'm mentally confused.
Don't worry, it's just a question that this person proposed, and this is just how the maths get. So this is directed numbers, and it's a different topic that we can teach in the future. So now the answer for this one becomes y to the negative 2. And it was based on the question that the person proposed. So it brought us into directed numbers. And without a doubt, I'm going to make directed numbers one of the topics that we cover in the near future. All right?
Yeah.
So thank you very much for the question, the person who gave me the question, because
You're
it
welcome.
kind of pushed us into something else that you guys need to learn. All right, guys, let's run through number 2 to 6 now. I know that we're catching the hang of it now, and you guys getting smart and bright and everything in a one. So let's run through number 2 to 6. What's our answer for number 2?
5 to the power of 4.
All right, so 5 to the 4. So we see how this come out now, guys. All right, so let's go. Number 3.
9.
3, let's go.
9 to the 4.
4 page.
Wait, no, that looks wrong. 9 divided by 9, and then 6 take away 2. That would be 4, and then you put down 9 4.
Yeah, man, that's our answer for 3. So, guys, pay special attention on 4, 5, and 6. So, what's our answer for number 4?
2 to the
All right,
negative
let's
4.
go. So, equal 2 to the negative 4, right?
Yeah.
All right, so guess what? So, this problem kind of push us a little bit forward into the negative exponent. So let's say we have a base with a negative power. There is a rule that we follow to solve these type of problem. and that comes from the negative exponent rule. So the rule goes like this. If we have a number, so for example, a to the negative 2, this is going to be equal to 1 over a to the power of 2. Pay special attention to the colors that I used, because I color coded the pens so that you guys can see the difference between the different parts. All right, so looking on number 4, what would be my answer for number 4?
Number 4,
So
you know the
I
sense
have,
like what you do for
so 1
for the example.
1 over
2
2, perfect,
to the 2. No, 4 over 4.
to the 4, excellent. Because once we put the 1 at the top and we carry across this 2 right here, right? What we do, whatever number is negative right here, we're going to change it to positive and put it here. So if it was negative up here, so negative, so negative, I got to turn a positive round here, so. All right. Is everyone following so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So this is called negative exponent. And to push this a step further, once we have all of this in place, so we now have 1 over 2, the 1 over 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And the reason we have the number 2 4 times is because we have the number 4 right there. So once that is 4, that's how many times we're going to multiply 2 by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So our answer is now going to be 1 over 16. Any questions?
No.
Let me see who else is knocking on the door to enter. All right, let me check out the YouTube space. YouTube space, what's going on? All right, guys, so that kind of pushed us into the negative exponent aspects of the topic. All right, my screen kind of look very busy right now. So let me clean it up a little bit. All right. Learning, perfect. I'm hearing the persons knocking, but let me see who wants to enter. Admit. All right, Jennifer. So let's go now, guys, to number 5. because you got the foundation from number 4. So number 5 and 6 are similar. So let's now move to number 5, guys. What's our answer for number 4?
10 to the power of 2, 1 over 10.
me check.
1 over 16.
It's all right, no problem. Let me check. Give me a second. Well, 1 over 16 for number 5.
No, it was for number 4.
Okay, yeah, man. So we have the answer for number 4 there. So let's look on number 5. Same concept,
So it's
guys.
10,
1 over 10. To the
All right, so for the person who is
6.
asking if the question will ask us to expand the base, yes, the teacher should ask you specifically how to put your answer. So that's for Violet Ramsey. They would tell you how they want the answer. All right, perfect. Now, so let's move on to number 5. I heard you guys giving the answer already. So equal. Let's go, guys. Number 5.
10 to 2.
10.
Thank you. So that's 10. I'm listening.
2 to
10, 6, take away 8.
2 over negative 2.
All right. So I heard 10 to the 6 take away 8. So that came from the first person. And that gave us 10 to the negative 2.
Yeah.
All right. So now what do we do at this stage?
1 over 10 to the negative.
Lovely,
You're gonna
lovely.
do the same thing like you did for
Thank
number
you,
4.
guys. 1 over 10 to the what?
2.
Perfect. So this is equal to, we can go a step further.
1,
Mm-hmm.
2.
Why do we have 2?
So you're gonna put 2 tens.
2.
So 10 times 10, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, so that gives us 1.
Equal 1 over 20.
10 times 10.
Yeah. 10 times, oh no, 100.
Thank you, 100. All right. So final one, guys, and that is number 6. So I see you guys catching on to what's happening.
I have a
And that is
question.
perfect. I like the questions, you know. I like the questions. Let's go for the questions. I'm listening.
So, you know, if this was in like a test, yeah,
Yeah.
would they expect you to write all the possibilities of the answer?
All right. Great question. So the teacher should specify what you should write. All right.
Yeah.
So let's say if the teacher wants you to leave your answer as a fraction. For number 5, that would basically be the 1 over 100, right?
Yeah.
As a fraction. You get me?
Yeah, I do.
Right. And if the teacher wants it as a decimal, that would be equal to, so boom, boom, 0.001. So the teacher should tell you what form the answer should be in. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Final one, guys. Number 6. I'm not gonna.
Can
I'm
I
not
give you the
gonna.
answer, sir?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, 3 and then 5.
All right. So let's go.
8.
So
That would
3
be
to
3
the power of 5.
over. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
And
Go ahead.
3 to the
that would be 3. You put down the 3. Run the 3 again.
3. Just 3.
-3.
All right.
Uh.
-3.
And then you're going to put 1 over 3 power to -3.
Is it a -3?
Oh wait, no, just regular 3
Oh yes, 3.
equal
Equal.
1
Yep.
Times
over
9.
3 freeze. So
3
1.
times 3 times 3.
So 3 freeze 9 plus 3 again. That's
Remember,
12.
we're not adding, we're multiplying.
Oh, so then 9 times 3, that'll be 27.
27, and that's your answer. Perfect.
Yes.
So you see how these things are not really that difficult to understand. You just need practice. All right. So with that said, that pushed us into law number 3, power of a power. All right.
Sir, I know this one, sir.
What's that?
I know this one, sir.
All right. Perfect. So let's solve some problems now. All right. So current. All right. So first one. By the way, which law is this?
Law 3, power of a power.
All right. Perfect. So if we look at the formula at the top, we simply just multiply the powers together.
Yeah.
So what's our answer for number 1?
Number 1 is x 3 times 2.
All right. So x to the power of 3
6.
times 2 equal
6.
equal
x6.
x to the
Put
power
down
of
the x.
6.
Yeah.
Come on. x6 and x to the power of 6 are different. All right. So this
Just join. I am just joining.
x to the 6th power. Hello, turn down that music to me. Come on. All right. Number 2. How we look for number 2?
Just join. So 3 times
Hold on,
3.
let me
Just join.
let me go check who
Just
has their mic.
join.
Let me see what's going on. All right.
Sir, so you're gonna do the same thing again. So you're gonna
All right.
put
So
2.
tell me what I should write.
2.
Why 2?
You're gonna put the 2 first, and then you're going to multiply 3 and 4.
Turn down that music in your background. And go again.
So 3 times 4, that's 12, and then you're gonna put down the 2 first, and then you round it off.
Number one,
Just join.
we multiply these two.
Yeah.
Just
So
Same thing for number
3
two.
4 is 12.
So what are we multiplying?
3 times 4.
Just
Mute the mic for a second. Mute the mic. Mute. Wait a minute. These keep the mics muted for a second, please. Because the guys have loud music playing in the background and it'll disturb
It's
the
newly,
whole thing.
sir.
Yeah, man. Any music you have in the background, turn it down before you turn on your mic.
just stop.
All right, so the 4 will return here, and 2 times 3 gives us a 6. Right here. So 4 to the 6th power.
Just
Questions that have more than one
Sir, I
different
thought you were
section.
doing number 3.
No, man, we did still there, number 2. All right, so number 3 now have more stuff inside of the bracket. And is a power to a power we are dealing with. So there's a power on the 2 of 1 on the 2. Even if you don't see the 1 is always there. A number that stands by itself has a power of 1. So the power that is on the outside, it has to go to this power and then this power. So equal 2 to the 1 times 4 multiplied by x. What power is on the x?
3.
3, good. 3 times 4. Now let me write that good. So 4 and 4. So we put
Just
the power
join.
on each power of the terms. All right. So this is now equal to 2. All right. So somebody says 16. That's perfect. So 2 to the 4 times x to the 12. Or we can go a little bit further and write the 16x to the 12th power. All right, let's work on number 4 now. Let's work on number 4. Number 4. Let's go.
Sir, so you're gonna put y.
All right, so first question. What are the powers inside the bracket? What are the powers?
2 and 5.
Perfect. 2 and
2.
5. All right, good. So equal. What's my answer now?
Okay. Sorry for the background noise, sir, because my aunt is doing a stream right now.
Repeat.
Sorry for the background noise, sir, because my aunt is doing a live right now because she has a channel going on.
All right, just you can step into the next room. All right, so let's go now. What's the answer
You
for
want me
number
to shut
4?
my door, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
What's our answer for number 4? Let's go, guys. So 4y squared times x to the 5th, all raised to the power of 2. Come on, YouTube, man. Long time I'm not here, no quiet, so. Let's go. What's the problem? Let me know if my audio is working well
Clear.
on the YouTube space. Or is my audio on YouTube?
Clear.
Number 4, guys. Perfect.
Well,
What's our answer for number 4?
Number 4 is y
So y.
power to 2 dot x power to
2
5
times 2, right?
times
So we did
no,
we did
not
these
really,
first.
but okay.
Times
Times
x.
x, yes, power to 5.
So it's power of 5
What you're gonna do is multiply 2
times.
times 2, that's 4, and then
Okay.
multiply
All right.
4.
One step at a time. Hold on. All right. So this first piece is what?
The first piece, you're going to multiply 2 by 2, that's y4.
Y to the 4th power. And then
Times
times.
The y.
5
We finished with Y already, you know.
times 2 is 10.
So what's gonna raise to the power of 10?
What's gonna raise to the power of 10 is gonna be x.
X to the 10.
Yes. So then you're gonna
Number
put
5 now.
y bracket.
Y bracket and
Alright, upon number 5 now, you know.
Okay. So
so why do
2x powered
Repeat.
by 4.
Remember, there's a
Two-
power on the number
Oh,
as well.
yes, right.
yeah try yeah
So 1,
you put number
so
5
2, 1.
when it should
So
be like
we can just put 2 to the. Alright, I'm gonna put the
Power
number.
of 4.
So
or one.
1, there's a 1 on the 2
Okay.
times
Then
4.
yeah
4.
yeah
And then
And
you're
then-
gonna put x
Yep. X to the what?
powered by 4.1.
1 4.1 I guess
Remember, we're multiplying.
No, 3, sir. Sorry.
What power is
Three.
on the outside? This is what we're using.
Yeah,
we put it
so
on this,
4. So
then this,
4
then this.
times 4.
Sir,
Exactly.
sorry to be late.
Then it's going to be W
W.
powered by 3
To the
times
power of
4.
3 times 4. Perfect. All right, let's simplify this now.
You're gonna do
Equal.
number 2 first. And that'll be 2, 4. 2 powered by 4.
All right, so 2 to the power of 4 is 16.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So x to the power of what?
4 times 4.
What's that?
So x powered by 4. 4
It is not-
times 4.
4
It is
times
not
4.
powered by.
And then the
It
answer
is
will be
x to the power.
49. And then the answer will be
16.
49 if it does multiply
X
the
to the power of
4
16. Okay. And then
What's the next part?
WD
W.
W powered by 3 times 4, that would be 12.
12. Okay.
So
Perfect.
you're
So
going to do
now we're looking
16.
on number 6.
Oh, that's finished, sir? I thought we could simplify it some more.
That's where? 16, x12,
Yeah, so
x16, x12.
16 x x powered by 16, and you multiply 16 by 16.
Now we leave it right there, so
Oh, okay.
that's different.
Oh.
All right. So
Sir,
let's.
are you hearing me?
Yep. Kind of, but me hear some noise in your background, man. What I noise
Oh,
little bit.
it's like a church is going on, so that's why.
Tell Pastor if turn down your guitar.
Okay.
I joke, man. No matter go what they go tell the pastor nothing. All right. So number 6.
Sir,
The
so this
YouTuber
one
going
would
so
be
easy.
6
I see what go on YouTube, you know.
powered by
Alright.
1.
All right. So I understand where I try to say now. When you say 6 powered by 1, but it is not
Yes,
powered
sir,
by
because
1.
you said
Hold on.
there's
Hold on.
always going to be a 1 above the 6.
Hold on. Hold on. Do not say 6 powered by 1. It is 6 to the power of 1
Yes, sir.
equal. So let's put the 1 right here.
6, yes. And then you're going to put x.
Listen. Remember that we are multiplying all of these numbers
Yes,
by
sir.
the 3 on the outside.
So, oh wait.
Understand?
So, yes, sir. So it's going to be 1 times 3.
Exactly. So now we're finished with the 6. So now we're going over to the.
Yes.
So we're finished with this one. So now we're on the x. So
So
x
x 3. Wait, no.
to the power of
X
3.
to power of 3
Yes.
times 3.
Okay, times 3. So now we're finished with the x. Where are we now? They are y right
We
now.
are now at y.
Okay, so what's this gonna be?
So y to the power of, what number is that?
2.
2 times 3.
Times the 3. Exactly. Alright, so where are we now?
We're at z now.
Okay, good. So
Z to the power of 6
6.
times 3.
Perfect. Times 3. So once that is complete, the answer almost finished, you know. All we're going to be doing now is just multiplying these. That's all we're going to do. Multiply them here. Alright, so let's go. This is equal to what? Come on, put down your base and multiply the powers. So the first base is 6. 1 times 3
Yeah,
gives
and
us
then
3.
3.
All right,
Then
so let's do it for the XYZ. So x multiply the powers.
X. So 3 times 3 is 9. So you're
Okay,
gonna
so
put the
x
9
to the
before.
9. All
And
right.
then after that, you're gonna put y. So 5. Wait, no. 2 times 3, that's 6. So you're gonna put y to the power of 6. After
Mhm.
that, you're gonna put
Yes.
Z,
Yep.
and then 6 times 3. That's 6. Wait, 18.
18.
Okay, 18. Can we
And
do
you
anything
have
else
your
to our
answer.
answer? Can we do anything
So
to the 6 cube? What is 6 to
no,
the third power?
sir.
What does 6 to
6
the
to
third power mean?
6 to you're gonna multiply. You're gonna
So
plus
this
6 3
this 6.
times.
All right. So what answer does that give us? 6 times 6 times 6. So plug in a
Times
calculator and tell me.
18.
Nope, it is not 3. It is 6 times 6 times 6.
216, sir.
200
At
and
16.
16. X 9, Y 6, Z 18. All right. So
So it's
just
the fastest that I pulled out my calculator.
that's great. All right. So let me just brush up something right here. So now
144.
confirm it, please.
Yes, it's right. Sir.
All right. So look at this, guys. So for the persons who are saying 18, right? For this, so we're seeing
I think they're confused, sir. But I
kinda. I'm
think
gonna
they were
explain it now.
multiplying something else with the 6 to get
So
18.
they said they saw 6 3. What they did was this. That's what they did.
Oh.
Exactly. But on that we do. On that it mean. Remember, 6 times 3 is 18. But 6 to the power of 3 is 6 times 6 times 6. Write the 6 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Because you have number 3 up here, so. All right. So that's what gave us the 216. So 6 to the power of 3 is not 6 times 3. Let me see. Hold on, let me check something. Guys, pull up my device. Hold on there. All right, guys. So that's how we're moving through these problems, because we have to get the work out the way. And remember, we're switching to a different topic next class. All right. So
I
let's.
think I gave the
Ooh,
hint of the next topic.
man, guys, look, you guys gonna. I didn't even know. Look at the time. It is
Sir,
2:13.
how about we go to 3, sir?
You're
I
bad.
change it from 1 to 2. I put it to 1 to 3.
Can I go at you? May I go until. I'm gonna 10 more minutes.
Yay!
Right? So we can have 10 more minutes.
No.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see YouTube space, you know.
Sir, while
Yep.
we're doing the chemist, we could play this activity because yesterday in class we played this fun math activity.
We
So
can
Repeat that.
we're gonna put out questions that we know how to do, and the person that gets the most points. So there's gonna be 2 players. So if one of them solve the same answer at the same time, they come to a draw, but they do a bonus round.
All right. You know. So we can organize all of them there for some future activities. All right, so may I do 10 more minutes? And I think I'm gonna cut.
Okay, sir.
All right, guys. So look, so this is the fifth law. And remember that we say we actually going through and summarizing all the laws, because next week is a different
Topic.
topic we are dealing with. All right,
Yes,
so
because
I'm gonna
we
do the
gave
first one.
hints.
So for the negative, well, guys, guess what? This is what we touched on previously. Do you see it? This is a law by
I
itself.
know the answer. I know the answer now. So it's 1 over
Exactly.
2 negative, no, 3.
1 over 2.
2 to the power of 3.
See, we get a whole for practice a while ago. What's this now? What's this?
Wait, 2 times the 3. Oh!
2 times 2 times 2.
Yeah, 2 times
Right,
2
guys,
times 2.
let's
That's
just
going
finish
to
what
be
is on
8.
screen. Let me see. Wasn't the X standing alone? Which one are the question that? Right, guys, what's number 8? Number 8, quick.
Number 8 is
1
1
over 5
over 5
to
to
the
5 to the
1.
power of 1.
Okay, to the power of 1. But it's still 1
Oh,
over
yeah,
5.
that's going to be equal 10. 1
1
over
over
10.
5. Why is it 1 over 10?
Because if we do plus, it's going to be 10. But if you do multiplication, it's going to be 25.
Somebody said X standing by itself in number 6. So we have 6x cubed. Everything is being multiplied, Ramsey, for number 6. So let's finish up these ones and then we call it a day, guys. Like, what's number 9?
1 over x
Mm-hmm.
to the power of 4.
4. Perfect. Number 10. Number 10. What's our number 10, guys? Okay, so now number 10 look a little bit more advanced. So guess what? Forget about the 3 for now.
1 over 8.
All right, so forget about the 3. So split this in 2. Leave the 3 for last. All right, here. Don't interfere with the 3. So we're gonna just say equal. We're gonna put what the 3. Then it's a 1 over
X.
X.
Then
X what?
3 added 2.
Listen, what have we been doing in the other examples? X to the negative 2 equal what? 1 over X to the what?
Power of 2.
To the power of 2. Perfect. So this final answer is, we just say 3 times 1, 3, and put that over X squared. All right, so same procedure for number 11. Let's go. What's number 11?
5
So 5 times, yep,
1 over W
W
to the power of 3,
excellent,
which
Three.
equals to 5 over W to the power of 3.
Perfect. All right, same thing to this one again. So you're going to work on the x minus 2 and keep the y square as it is. So you're going to treat the y square like the 5 and the 3 in the previous two examples. So what's this going to be equal to? So let's work on the x negative 3 first. What's this going to be equal to?
So this one's gonna be easy.
One-
So it's gonna be 1 over x.
X.
To the power 3.
Perfect. Yep.
The power
Times.
3, and then after you're gonna
Y.
put y. 1 over y.
Hold on.
Not to the Y.
Remember, we only put the 1 over whenever there's a negative in the power. So in this case, we put back the y square. So now, multiplying the y square by 1, that is y square over x cubed. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up here.
3 divided by 2.
Nope, we're going to keep it there because those are unlike terms. So that's where we're
okay.
going to keep it for today.
Oh.
And guys, a new topic next week. So we're going to close things off now. So have a wonderful day. So persons on the Google Meet space, if you have any questions, you can stay over and we'll take a few minutes and answer a few questions and then we move on. But so far, that's basically it for today. All right, guys, so have a great weekend.
You too, sir.
High schoolers, level up your brain.
All right.
PDTV Maths. Sessions every Saturday. Algebra, fractions, equations, functions, all made simple.
That was the one that
All made
I
fun.
Go again.
So you all jump on the bus. Let's go to where your future is bright. Matter what we say, matter what we need. No game, no gimmicks, just knowledge we are defend. What not your TV?